Milei adopted the shock therapy, turning Argentina's budget from a deficit to a surplus and reducing the inflation rate from 300% to 2.7%. As a result, Milei became complacent. At the Buenos Aires conference, he said that Musk was communicating with Argentina to learn how to promote the liberalization of the U.S. economy and start to follow Argentina's approach. If the U.S. really does this, I think many countries will be very happy. After all, in this case, the U.S. will surely follow in Argentina's footsteps. When the whale falls, all things thrive. At the very least, the U.S. will lose its ability to harm the world. However, in fact, Trump's strategy was to bring industries back, rather than being controlled. This is very different from Milei's capital liberalization. So I think that Milei's success is not as what the media has publicized. First of all, it should be known that Milei's inflation rate is calculated in a month-on-month manner. For example, if the inflation rate was 100% last month and 102.7% this month, the month-on-month growth is 2.7%. Then he told others that the inflation rate has dropped from 300% to 2.7%. Isn't this self-deception? Right. This result was achieved only after laying off redundant personnel. According to the logic of us normal people, when there isn't enough cake to share, shouldn't we make the cake bigger? But Milei has eliminated some of the people who eat the cake, such as non-frontline teaching staff and administrative personnel, etc. Fortunately, this is not in the U.S. where everyone owns guns. Secondly, the so-called freedom of Milei is the freedom that international big capital likes most. According to the trend, in a few years, all industries in Argentina will be completely controlled by domestic and foreign capital, and the state machinery will become an empty shell that is hollowed out. Capital pursues profit and doesn't care about the lives of the people at the bottom. Eventually, the country will be powerless and the people will suffer. The only solution left will be violent revolution. History repeats itself time and time again. That's all there is to it. Don't you agree? Even in the U.S., a capital-based country, there are various laws and regulations to rein in the greedy capital behemoth, and it dare not act without restraint. One can imagine what the outcome of Argentina will be. In other words, even if Argentina finally survives by this method, it will no longer be the original Argentina for the people at the bottom.